What's up, nerds? I have a little treat for you guys today. This is a fresh character here. This is my somewhat of a Minions cosplay. I tried my best. I'm mostly going to do it for troll purposes, but since it's a fresh character, I will be able to show you guys how to get the Vanquisher seal super early in the game. On top of that, I'll also show you how to get incredibly overpowered for the first, almost the entire game. I usually do this for quick builds since I don't like to do save state edits anymore, and I don't like getting banned. So, So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to do some legit stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump to Majula, and we'll start from there. Cool. I went ahead and rushed into Majula real quick. I grabbed the Estus Flask and the Estus Flask Shard. Now I'm going to go over a bit of the basics for what you need to do this. It's a little bit of a bitch, but you can do it. It's not terrible. First things first, you're going to want to start your new build as a cleric. Always start as a cleric. The reason why is because it gives you enough faith and it gives you a chime to start off with. What we're going to be doing is farming Roy the Explorer. So that little bridge down there, I don't know if you guys have ever farmed him before, but there's a bridge down there that we'll be using the Force Miracle to push him off with. So we need to have enough faith and a chime to do that. Alternatively, you can start as any build. You can do this anytime on Scholar of the Sin for Xbox One, Scholar of the First Sin, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC, the re-release of it. If you're doing it on anything else, it's going to take a little bit more work. The starting gift that we're going to do is the Bonfire Ascetic, because we need one of those to respawn Roy the Explorer. For Scholar, you only need one of them, because then they updated the Covenant of the Champions. So now enemies respawn indefinitely on this one. For anything else, you will need 4 Bonfire Ascetics. I can go over and show you guys how to do that on a different character that I have. It's pretty simple. Anyways, the first thing that we're going to do is run straight to Hyde's Tower of Flame. And I'm going to go ahead and do that in real time while I'm talking to you guys. So we're going to go fight the old Dragon Rider boss. He's going to give us enough souls so we can buy the cat ring, because we need to drop down the Majula well. And we can't quite do that with this low health. Come on. Give me my shield. So hopefully I can pull off a little cheese for the boss. This is like the easiest boss in the entire game if you do it right. I found most of this stuff, how to do this, on a Reddit thread and also a YouTube video. It was kind of neat. And I used to pull it off on the original release a lot. Most of every build that I do now follows these basic guidelines here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run down here and grab this bonfire, because we don't want to have to run all the way back. And here comes the fun part. We gotta get through all these dudes. Don't even try to fight them. Don't pull up the levers to pull the platform or anything. If you do that, you're just screwing yourself out of a good time. Sprint by all these dudes. Let's hope I can get this. If I don't, I will explain how it works. Oh. Alright, so what we want to do is we stand in place, we wait for him to take about 7 steps. Then we run and jump. And he falls off and dies. Easiest boss in the game. Anyway, so now that we have all of those souls to do whatever we want with, yeah, just make sure you count his steps. He'll take about 7, and then that's literally it. You're done. Just run and jump on his right side, he'll attack, and then he'll fall right off every time.
My name.
Then we need to talk to this lady, and we need to buy the Force Miracle. 1,800 souls. Buy it, love it, enjoy it. And now we're going to go back to Majula, and then I'll show you what to do. Alright, now that we're back in Majula, we need to go talk to the cat lady. Because she has the ring that we need. Where's she at?
Just not exact. Oh yeah, so.
Alright. Oh, I don't have enough.
Nothing's.
So to remedy that, let's go ahead and use this. I mean, you can go and farm dudes if you want to. You can do whatever you want with it. I'd like to get everything done pretty quick because the Champions Covenant takes so damn long.
Satisfied?
Alright, now we have our ring. So equip that bad boy, and now we go down the well. Oh, let me get my aspis equipped too. Okay. Now don't fall and die. This little plank right here, the top one, just walk over and fall off. And then heal yourself. Alright, so we fell from that one to this one, and now we need to go over here. Now I don't know how many of y'all went down this way. This next jump over here is tricky. You have to run and hug this wall and jump like that. And then right there is where we're going, so just go ahead and roll off. We are in the Grave of Saints now. So pop this bonfire. And since we got that Pharaoh's Lockstone on the way in, that's going to be really important. I'm online right now, so Roy's not going to pop up for me, but make sure that you are offline to do this. I'm sure you guys know how to kick your systems offline, but make sure you are offline or Roy the Explorer will not pop up. And it is very important for the people on the original release to be offline for the first time, because he will spawn. He only spawns 12 times or 14 times. I know in total he only spawns 48 times, period, with the bonfire aesthetics. So if you miss this first one, then it's going to be a rough time. So you can get him up to 49 times if you go through this way. Then you only need one more invader. This is for the original release, and that's pretty simple to get. However, for us people on the re-release, you just need one bonfire aesthetic. You don't have to worry about this part. So, if I can get off that corpse. Let's run through here real quick. Don't bullshit with any of these rats or anything, because they can and will kill you. You grab that soul, get away from that dude. Now this is going to be the place where you spend most of your time. This ladder right here. So straight off the ladder, you see this contraption here. Drop your lockstone down into it, and it releases this bridge. This is how we're going to farm Roy. Then we go over to this bonfire here. Light this bad boy. And this is what we're going to have to do. We need to kill this boss here, the Roar Rat Vanguard. I'm sure you guys have fought him before. I'm not going to post a video of me fighting him because, I mean, just do it your own damn self. If you need a boss video, if you need a strategy for it, look it up. It's just a whole bunch of rats. Just don't get killed. It's that simple. Just like 10 rats at a time. If you need a boss strategy for it, I mean, ask me. I can do a video for it, but I don't think you will need one. Just be very slow and conservative with it. I'm going to go ahead and take him out, and then after I beat him, I'll show you guys the rest of the trick. Alright, now that we're back in Najula, let's go and join this covenant real quick. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have done this before, but I'll show you how to do it, just for the newcomers. Let's pick this up real quick. Alright, so this big tablet here is the Victory Stone. This is where you go to enter the Covenant. It'll ask you like a million times. Just keep clicking yes. Now for those of you that don't know, this Covenant here boosts everything up to the next new game, pretty much. Enemies are a lot tougher, they have more health, they hit harder, and they're a little bit smarter. So we don't want to fuck around too much with going and playing with anybody else. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight back to this bonfire I'm about to show you. We're going to go to Harvel's resting place. We need to go here to burn the bonfire aesthetic. If you go here, it just respawns the boss. Don't go to the grave entrance, go to Harvel's resting place. Burn that, make sure you're offline, and then go on down there. So I'm going to go ahead and kick offline, and then I will port there, burn the aesthetic, and I'll show you guys how to farm our boy. Cool. Alright, now that we're down here at Harvel's resting place, we need to do two very important things. First things first, attune force. That is going to be the only thing that we use during this farming session. It's very important that you have that. You can try to fight him if you want to, but he will kick your ass. Next thing we're going to do is burn this bonfire aesthetic here. So now that it's burnt, we are in New Game Plus in this area. So everything's going to be tougher. You don't ever have to come down here during the story mode, so quit complaining. The Vanquisher seal's worth it. So now that we're doing this, we can run on through and go back to that ladder that I showed you. Now that ladder is key. Old Roy is only going to spawn when we go down the ladder and back up it. So I will show you guys how to do that. First things first, we climb the ladder, and then our boy's going to pop up. What we're going to do is run over this bridge, and we're going to hide back here behind this door. And Old Roy is going to come sprinting down this little path here and come up on the bridge. And then we're going to force his ass off. If I don't die. There you go. That was a little sloppy, but you see how it's done. Now we're going to avoid all these rats. You see he drops one off stone each time. He also drops, I think, somewhere close to like 5,000 souls. So we sit here, respawn everything, and then we run back all the way to that ladder. Climb back up the ladder, and that sets Roy to respawn. Now he's going to come get us again. So you do this 50 times. It sucks, it's long, it's boring, but it is so worth it. So we sit here and wait, force him off. He drops some souls, gives us an all-stone. He has a rare chance of dropping 2 all-stones. I've never seen it happen, but there are reports of him doing it. So we just keep doing this 50 times. And then eventually, after we get all 50 all-stones, we go back to Majula, and then the most bullshit part ever, we have to give all 50 all-stones to the Victor's tablet. And that takes for fucking ever. So after we do this, we will go do that part. I'm going to farm him for the next hour and a half, however long it takes, and then I'll go ahead and do it. Alright nerds, I wanted to show the playtime on this so you can see a total time for everything. Right here on Mr. Minion Steve 666, we're looking at about an hour and a half total playtime. That is not only farming Roy the entire time, that's also giving all of the all stones to the Victor's tablet. So I'm going to go ahead and hop in this dude. I saved all of the giving the all stones and farming, you know, for myself, so you guys wouldn't have to watch all that stuff. But I went ahead and I've got everything that I need here. We've got the Vanquisher seal, which is the almighty prize for it. If you guys don't know what it does, it makes your bare hand strength crazy. Just to show you real quick my player stats here. I've got 14 strength because I boosted it a little bit to fight the Royal Rat Vanguard, and 5 dex, just stock dex there. Over on the right, where it says right hand weapon, you can see that I am boosting about 262 right now. And that's bare hand strength, which, just to give you a little comparison, let's equip the mace. So the stock mace starts off at 174, and I'm sitting at 262 with that. So it's pretty damn ballin'. Also, what you get as a reward is the first dragon ring, which is a big help for the, you know, just starting off in general. I don't like to use the dragon rings too much if I'm going with a bare fist build, because then I can use Flynn's ring. But yeah, so that's how we do that there. Let me go get into some trouble real quick. I'll run down here. Also, the important part. The most important part about this, the Vanquisher seal is cool and everything, but take a look at those souls down there. 200,000 and 80, or 208, yeah, I can't fucking say shit. 286,750. Now that is all the souls combined that I've got today that I haven't spent. That's not only from the Royal Rat Vanguard, that's whatever is left over from the rats that I killed during the boss fight, the boss soul, and whatever souls that I picked up. So, and I only picked up like 4 souls on the way, and then I popped them. But all this right here is going to give you a huge advantage, and if you don't do this, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Because you get so many souls for this, and it gives you such a big advantage. All of my seasoned vets out there, if you're not doing this, then you're wrong. It's a quick and easy way to get a build going that, I mean, and then you can rush through the first little areas. It's super, super nice. So, for me, I'm going to go ahead and make myself strong. See, look at that. It's just like 50 strength already. Already, dude. It's beautiful. Let's go up 20. 20. Boom. I already got a solid build right there. I'm level 80. I've got 20 vigor, 20 endurance, 50 strength. Now, I don't have to touch my strength for the rest of the game. Like, I'm good. I could boost my dex a little bit and adaptability, and that's all I really need to worry about. Vitality, I'll probably rock Flynn's ring, so I'm not going to mess with that. So now I'm just a mean son of a bitch after literally playing for an hour and a half. I'm going to go ahead and jump up to the last giant real quick, so I can show you guys a bit of the damage that it does on a boss, and show you guys why it's worth it. You know, like, check it out now. 329 bare fist. So if you're not doing this for a build, like I said, you're fucking wrong, because this is the easiest way to get through everything. You get a shit ton of souls, you get one of the strongest weapons in the game. The Vanquisher seal arguably is one of the best things that you can get as far as I'm concerned. And it's the most fun. I mean, beating shit up with the bare fist. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the last giant, and I'll show you guys some damage, and then we will continue from there. Giant. Getting ready to fight him. I don't need help for this, but I'm picking up Pape because I want his armor, and the engraved gauntlets are pretty cool later on, so I like to do everything for that storyline. Anyways, let's go see some damage. I picked up the Ring of Blades as well, because why not? Free damage. Look at that. I mean, that is why the Vanquisher seal is so important. I mean, obviously that's an easy boss, but I mean, didn't get hit and I killed him in like a stamina bar and a half. That's really, really an important thing to do. So go pick that up. I mean, it's not too hard to get. Also, if you were on anything other than the remake, you will need, like I said, to get 4 of the bonfire aesthetics to do that. Oh, also, after you get your Vanquisher seal, make sure you leave the Covenant. Don't be a dumbass like me and then go running off and wondering why the enemies are beating the shit out of you. Just go talk to the cat, leave the Covenant. Yeah, it'll save you a lot of problems. But for the people that are on anything but the re-release, you will need 4 of the bonfire aesthetics. If you guys want, I can show you where to get those. Just to let you know real quick, you start off with 1 for your gift. The other one you get from the Stone Trader lady. You get another one in Lost Bastille right before you get to Sinner's Rise. And then you get one in Iron Keep where the bridge is at, across the little fiery path there that you have to jump over the lava. You'll need some stuff to get that. But if you guys want, I can post that one. If not, cool. You can find the stuff on Reddit. You can just search Vanquisher Seal Early Dark Souls 2 on Google and it'll pop up. But, yeah, thanks for hanging out with my long-ass video. I appreciate it.